In this video, I'm going to teach how to derive the quadratic formula. It's the magical formula which helps us find the roots or zeros of quadratic equation, of any quadratic equation, no matter how ugly our quadratic equation is, whether the roots are in the form of 3.4, 5, 6, 8, any roots. It just helps us find the roots of quadratic formula no matter how ugly the equation or the roots are. Okay, so how did this formula came about? How did we get to this formula giving us answers just by putting in the values? We are going to do that in this video. Okay, so we got this quadratic formula by simply solving the standard form of quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. We get this formula by solving this standard form using the completing the square method. I'll suggest that you go in the description below and find the link to the video where I taught this completing the square method. It will help you go along with me in this video. If you already know, then you can just carry on. Okay, so let's start off with the completing the square method. Okay, first thing we do is we just get this x squared alone and divide the whole equation with a. So we get, when we divide this with a, we get a times x squared divided by a plus b upon ax plus c upon a equal to 0. Okay, here we get x squared plus b over ax. I'll just leave some space and I'll move this constant on the other side, which we used to do in the completing the square method. I'll just leave some space and write minus c over a over here. Okay, so in this area, in this blank space, we just divide this thing, the coefficient of x, with 2 and write its square over here. Okay, when we divide it by 2, we get b over 2a and we square it. Okay, so here we will get b over 2a and that is squared. And to make it even, we will add it on the other side of the equal to sign as well. We'll just add it, b squared divided by 4a squared. I just squared it over here. Okay, so here you can see it's a perfect square. I can write it as x plus b over 2a, that is whole squared, equal to this. When I take the LCM, I get 4a squared, and this is multiplied, c is multiplied by 4a. I get minus 4ac, and here I get plus b squared. Sounds familiar? This thing, b squared minus 4ac. We are getting near to our answer. Okay, so let's take under root on both sides to get rid of the square. Alright, x plus b divided by 2a squared, and I'll write an under root sign over here. And we do the same over here, but this time I'll just write it like b squared minus 4ac divided by 4a squared and taking under root. You can see we have all the b, a and c and 4. These all are constants. So whenever we take under root on the constant in an equation, we write plus and minus sign. Okay, so here when we just remove this under root sign with this, we remove the square sign as well. We are left with x plus b divided by 2a equal to plus minus under root b squared minus 4ac, and over here when we'll take under root of this 4a squared, we are left with 2a. Under root 4 is 2 and under root a squared is a. Okay, I'll just continue it over here. Okay, here we have x. Okay, one thing you can notice is we are almost near the answer, which is b under root plus minus under root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, here we just take x on one side and subtract this on the both sides. when we subtract b over 2a from here, it becomes 0 and we are left with x alone. And now we get minus b over 2a plus minus under root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Since we are left with the common denominator, we can just write it as 1 and subtract b from this. Okay, here I'm left with minus b plus minus under root b squared minus 4ac and whole divided by 2a. Okay, so here we have our quadratic equation. Okay, I hope you get how to derive the quadratic equation. That's it for now. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.